Tottenham Hotspur had an interesting game down on the south coast as they tried to get back into third place in the Premier League. They went a goal down to Bournemouth before losing Harry Kane to an ankle injury, but then they came back and scored 4 times. 2 of them from Son Heung-min, who's proving quite the foil for Tottenham Hotspur. But a good day all round, although they will be concerned about Kane.
Yeah, they'll be understandably concerned about Harry Kane. On first look, I'm no physio, I'm certainly no doctor. It looked like it was a twist and it doesn't look overly serious. He walked off the pitch, that's always a good sign. But more importantly, Spurs showed that they can do without him, at least against the likes of Bournemouth. And Son was simply outstanding, as were Spurs. I thought the response from Spurs after going a goal down was fantastic. And credit should go to Mauricio Pochettino for that, because I feared that Spurs would be suffering a little bit of heartache after going out against Juventus in the Champions League. But the way they responded, I think everybody involved with that club should take credit for, or can be pleased about.
Yeah, first 12 minutes were a little bit ropey, but obviously hitting the equaliser when they did, just after Kane went off, was obviously perfect timing from Dele Alli. When you look at the table now, and they're now 4 points off Manchester United, but they have a 5-point cushion for their place in the top 4. It's looking like a pretty healthy spot for them, whereas Arsenal, they get the win today, a good week for them after the win against Milan, but they're clearly prioritising that Europa League championship as opposed to the top 4 finish with them 12 points.
Well, you can understand them prioritising in the Europa League. Still a long way to go in that. A lot of good teams, no less than Atletico Madrid, who I still think, and the bookies make as favourites for that competition. But an outstanding performance against AC Milan. In Milan, which I certainly didn't expect, and all the stats pointed towards maybe a comfortable Milan win. But Arsenal certainly turned the head on that tie, added to the fact that you come back home, Petr Cech, who willingly took credit for, or took the blame for the goals last season, gets his 200th clean sheet, saves his first penalty in Arsenal colours, and it has packaged the week very nicely for Arsene Wenger. Now, where that takes them between now and the end of the season, time will tell. I still think it's a long way to go in Europa League, but when you consider the reward, you understand why Arsene Wenger is kind of putting most of his eggs in that basket.
Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang paying a little bit of dividend for him in terms of that connection.
And needed. I mean, so often, after their first sign, they had that one fantastic performance against Everton, but it's been the same inconsistency. And yes, Aubameyang has had to kind of be in and out of the team because of Europa League competition. And you're just not quite sure what to make of Arsenal. So when you get a performance like this, when you get 2 performances like we've seen this week back to back, there's reason for huge optimism. It's how you follow that up. And that has been Arsenal's Achilles heel all season long. They haven't built on their successes. They haven't built on their good performances. They need to do that, need to show a whole lot of consistency. Maybe, just maybe, it might not be too late yet.
OK, so 2 wins for the North London rivals this Premier League weekend. For Arsenal, they look forward to that return leg against AC Milan as they try to get that Europa League trophy and a way back into the Champions League. That's on Thursday. Tottenham have now the quarter-finals of the FA Cup against Swansea to contend with on Saturday, possibly without their leading marksman.